Well, hey family, happy productive Sunday. Wanted to stop by real quick. So last night I was going through my emails. So I did get a chance to read through a whole lot of emails. Oh my God. There's still a lot left. So if I haven't answered you back via email, that's only because I haven't got a chance to read them all yet. Also, Facebook. I was also able to answer some of the Facebook emails back yesterday. So if I haven't answered you back yet, it's only because I haven't gotten to it. That's all. But I will. I'll get to it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every word of inspiration, every word of encouragement, every cash app you send. Okay, lovelies. Thank you. Every cash app you send, because you know all I'm gonna do is go buy some supplies and then come back here and create something amazing. Y'all know that, okay? I did get 3 electronic gift cards, um, 2 to Michael's and then 1 to Joann's, and I appreciate it. Thank you a whole lot. I am going to be doing some shopping with those gift cards. Trust me. Okay. What else was it? Every word of inspiration, every word of encouragement, every offer to send me beads, every offer to send me supplies, everything. Just taking time away from your day to say to me, hey, Miss Darlene, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Hey, Miss Darlene, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Or even, hey, Miss Darlene, I started back making jewelry because I found your YouTube channel. How amazing that is to inspire or encourage somebody to get back to doing what it is that they love doing, right? And I'm gonna say this about YouTube for those of you that are working on your YouTube channel, because a lot of you guys are working on YouTube channels. If you notice below my videos now, you will see my product. So you'll see pieces from the Jewelry by BDK collection, because what I'm doing is I'm leaving one platform, which I've been on for a really long time, and going to another platform, which is Shopify. The reason I'm going to Shopify is because Shopify, I can integrate that website with YouTube. So when you watch the video along the bottom, you're going to see, you can probably see it now, there are pieces from the collection, from the Jewelry by BDK collection. So the whole objective for me is to utilize the platform at its ultimate highest. Like YouTube is the mecca, right? It is the mecca for earning income. They pay out like $7.6 billion a year, I think it is. $7.6 billion to creators like you and I, them content creators that's very high on the food chain, and people like you and I that make jewelry in our extra bedroom, that make jewelry in our garage, that make jewelry in wherever it is that you make jewelry. You might have a little space in your living room where you make your jewelry, right? They literally pay us to do that. So my thought was, why am I holding on to a platform that I can't integrate? I've been there for a long time, had that website for a really long time, Jewelry by BDK, and it's on a platform that I can't integrate into YouTube. So my thought was the strategy, it has to make sense for me. So if I can utilize YouTube to send traffic to the website to purchase the pieces that I make here on YouTube, that's amazing. That's like amazing to me, right? I'm like, okay, that don't even make good sense. And I think it's like a sentimental type thing. You know how we are as humans, we be holding on to stuff and sometimes we need to let it go. So that's what I did. So the Jewelry by BDK YouTube channel, I'm thinking I'm gonna just make it like just a showroom in the sense of just having like pretty pieces, because I really don't want to, the jewelrybybdk.com domain name, I'm not going to transfer that over. So the new domain is going to be JBB, Jewelry by BDK, jbbdk.com. So that's going to be the new website domain address for the Shopify store, which is where people can shop and buy the pieces that I buy here. I mean, that I make here on YouTube, which makes a whole lot of sense to me, right? What else was I going to say? And then the jewelrybybdk.com website that's there, people won't be able to purchase from there. They'll just be able to see the pieces on there and then click over and then purchase on that other Shopify. And what I do like about Shopify too, it offers where people can make installments, like they can make payments on whatever it is that they purchase, right? That's the coolest thing ever. That was something else that I thought about. I was like, okay, that makes a whole lot of sense. Somebody might want something And a necklace is $375 because it's amazing like that. Okay, because it's amazing like that. Let me say this for a minute. I have a cousin who is top flight to the moon business person. So he paid $497 for a business program. So what he did is he sent me the login information so I can log in and then kind of go through this whole little workshop. Boom, boom, boom. And in the workshop, it refers you to certain videos to watch. So one of the videos I was watching, the guy was talking about the 3 different levels. And a lot of you guys probably already noticed too, like I did. He was just confirming a lot of stuff, like how the Holy Spirit does. So he was talking about the 3 different levels, of the highest level being the highest level where it's like exclusivity, right? Nobody asks the price because they know they can pay whatever that price is. And then you have like the middle person where it's kind of situated, it is what it is. And then you have like the lower level. The lower level is where everybody is fighting to. And then sometimes the middle even will leave from the middle and go down to the lower because the prices are lower. So it becomes this situation of who has the lowest price, right? Because it's satisfying an audience of people that want the immediate satisfaction for it, not the quality, right? So it's like whatever, okay, well, mine is, almost like how these have $5 jewelry and that kind of stuff. The cheapest of the cheapest. So now that large brand created a standard saying $5 for this. So now you have other people like that make handmade things, or they may have other product. So now you have to compete with this brand who is a name brand who is larger because of the capital that they have in order to satisfy and penetrate the market, right? So now you have people here competing with that $5 here. So now they might be here, but then they're saying, okay, well, wait, down here, they're making all the money. They're like really, so up here goes down here. So now what you're doing is making your price lower than what's down here already. We ain't trying to do none of that. We are not trying to do none of that. If you think about it in the sense of, because he talked about the Lamborghini, he talked about the Maybach, did he talk about Ferrari, the Maybach? He talked about all these, and then he said, well, how do you think they advertise? Because they don't do commercials, they don't do ads, they don't do any of those things. Those type of cars are by invitation only. By invitation only. And the invitation to that particular market of people, they're not asking no price because they can afford it. They can afford it, right? Now, if you're not trying to go to that level in your business with your jewelry, you could make candles. I don't care. You could be making candles. You could be making, you could make pictures, whatever your product is, right? My whole thing when he was talking about that, when I say he was tapping in, he was like tapping in. I'm like, man, he think like how I think. Man, he think like how I think. Confirmation for me. So if your objective is to be up here with your product to where people don't even ask you the price of it. All they say is, I want this color. Oh, you know what? I want that. I don't care what it costs. I want it because it says something about who I am as an individual. It speaks for me without me even opening up my mouth. So it goes for a Lamborghini. So it goes for a Rolls Royce, right? And I was just like, wow, that was like it was a really, really good workshop. And I'm like, man, a lot of what he was talking about, he really confirmed a lot for me where my mind is as it relates to business and then the strategy that I am currently working on for not only just the Jewelry by BDK business, but also for the publishing business with the journals, the planners, the coloring books that are now on Amazon. There's a link down there. For all that type of stuff, like all the things that I'm doing, that workshop, that business workshop that my cousin gave me access to, right? Because I wouldn't have paid $500 for it. Maybe I would have. Maybe I would have. Maybe I would have. But he said, hey, cuz, I got this. Here's the login information. Check it out. Because I know you all about this. Check it out. So I did. I was going through it last night. It was a really, really good workshop. I haven't finished it up, but it's a really, really good workshop. But anyway, back to this. YouTube. My whole point about utilizing YouTube. So the Holy Spirit said to me, and if you're not a spiritual person and you ain't into the Holy Spirit communicating with you, no worries. But the Holy Spirit said to me, go where the people are. And I said, okay, well, what do you mean? This is all in spirit. This is all in prayer. This is all in meditation. Calm down. I wasn't talking to myself, right? I said, well, what do you mean? The Holy Spirit said, go where the people are. So when he said, go where the people are, I began to research YouTube, like literally, truly research it, read through things, like do the study on it and all this good type of stuff, right? And for a platform to pay you to build your business, they pay you. Like they pay you to grow your business. They literally pay you. And as you grow, more features begin to open up to you. And as you grow, the more money that you can make here on this platform. Now, don't just make the platform your sole and only lovely, right? You're going to use the platform to feed into your businesses, your business or your businesses outside of YouTube. That's the whole objective about it. So my thought is, if YouTube shut down today, what do I have outside of YouTube, right? What do I have outside of YouTube? So you have to establish outside of YouTube, your business outside of YouTube, but you're using YouTube, right? Free YouTube, baby, free, that pays you to grow your business. And as you're growing it, feed outside by way of your website, by having, maybe if you got a drop ship business, like whatever it is outside of YouTube. And then find a way to collect emails for people who are interested in your product off of YouTube. That's the whole everything. So the mindset, if YouTube shut down today, how can I access my people? If I'm only on YouTube, how can they access me? They can't find me nowhere. Because if you think about it, I be slanging Jewelry by BDK email address all around in these emails. I do that for a reason. Because if anything ever happened here on YouTube, I have access to my community of people. My people have access to me. And then that's how it's supposed to be. But anyway, I came on here just to say thank you. All the good stuff, all the beads, all the cash apps, all the goodness, all the inspirations, all that good stuff. But guess what? I went and bought me some crab legs. And I'm going to eat up some crab legs with some butter. And then I like peaches with cottage cheese. When we was growing up, my mother used to eat that stuff all the time. And we used to go in there and eat it. She said, don't eat my cottage cheese and peaches. Next time she went back, all that stuff was gone. But anyway, that's what I'm getting ready to eat, some crab legs. And then later on, my cottage cheese and peaches. But guess what, family? We'll talk.